What if I told you that the 2026 FIFA World Cup has already delivered one of the most controversial moments in football history? A player has been sent off under a brand new FIFA rule, one of the biggest goalkeeper transfers in recent years is almost complete, and several blockbuster transfer stories are unfolding while the tournament is still in full swing. From shocking decisions and transfer bombshells to tactical debates and World Cup drama, today's update is packed with everything football fans need to know. You're watching Football Pulse, your home for the biggest football stories from around the world. If you love daily football news, breaking transfers, and World Cup coverage, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and let's jump straight into today's headlines. Ederson's Manchester United move nears completion. One of the biggest transfer stories of the summer appears to be reaching its final stage. Brazilian goalkeeper Ederson has reportedly confirmed that his move to Manchester United is effectively complete, with the transfer expected to become official once Brazil finishes its World Cup campaign. After spending years establishing himself as one of the Premier League's finest goalkeepers, Ederson now looks ready to begin a completely new chapter in his career. If everything goes according to plan, Manchester United will soon welcome one of the most experienced and technically gifted goalkeepers in world football. With the agreement already in place, United can now begin preparing for next season, knowing their goalkeeping situation is close to being resolved. Brazil continue winning, but fans want more. Brazil continued their impressive World Cup campaign with a comfortable 3-0 victory over Haiti in Philadelphia. Matheus Cunha stole the spotlight by scoring twice in an outstanding performance that helped Brazil secure another important point. However, despite the convincing result, many Brazilian supporters are asking one major question: why isn't 19-year-old Endrick getting more playing time? The young forward is considered one of Brazil's brightest talents, and many fans believe this World Cup is the perfect stage for him to showcase his incredible potential. As the knockout rounds approach, the pressure continues to grow on manager Carlo Ancelotti to give the teenager more opportunities on football's biggest stage. Casemiro faces heavy criticism despite Brazil victory. Although Brazil celebrated another comfortable win, not every player escaped criticism. Veteran midfielder Casemiro played every single minute against Haiti, but several Brazilian media outlets questioned his overall performance. Many analysts felt that while Brazil controlled the match, Casemiro failed to influence the midfield with the authority supporters have come to expect throughout his career. Meanwhile, reports continue suggesting that personal terms are already in place between Casemiro and Inter Miami. If those reports prove accurate, the experienced midfielder could soon be preparing for a completely different challenge once the World Cup comes to an end. Liverpool, Chelsea and Florian Wirtz transfer battle intensifies. The race for one of Europe's most exciting young playmakers is becoming increasingly fascinating. Florian Wirtz remains one of the hottest names in the transfer market, with several elite clubs continuing to monitor his future very closely. Fresh reports suggest that Xabi Alonso has requested further discussions regarding Wirtz's situation, while Chelsea are reportedly convinced the German international could become the centerpiece of their long-term project. The belief inside Stamford Bridge is that signing a player of Wirtz's quality could transform the squad into genuine title contenders. Because of that, Chelsea are reportedly prepared to invest heavily if the opportunity presents itself. As the World Cup progresses, every appearance from Wirtz is likely to attract even greater attention from Europe's biggest clubs. Alejandro Grimaldo closing in on Atlético Madrid. Another major transfer story is also gathering momentum. Bayer Leverkusen are reportedly prepared to sell Spanish left-back Alejandro Grimaldo, with an initial asking price believed to be around $32 million. More importantly, Grimaldo has already reached a full personal agreement with Atlético Madrid. At this stage, the player's intentions appear very clear. He wants the move, Atlético want the player, and now the focus shifts entirely toward negotiations between both clubs over the final transfer fee. Considering Grimaldo's outstanding performances in recent seasons, it's easy to understand why Atlético view him as an important addition to strengthen their defensive options. This is definitely one transfer story worth watching over the coming days. World Cup clash to watch tonight. One of tonight's most exciting fixtures could deliver a fascinating individual battle. The Netherlands take on Sweden in an important Group F encounter, with Virgil van Dijk going head-to-head against Alexander Isak. Both players have built reputations as elite performers at club level, and this World Cup meeting promises another thrilling chapter. Van Dijk's defensive leadership will be tested against Isak's pace, movement and clinical finishing. For neutral fans, this could easily become one of the standout matches of the group, Harry Kane receiving huge praise. Former England captain Alan Shearer believes Harry Kane has reached a completely different level during this World Cup. According to Shearer, Kane now plays with greater maturity, improved leadership qualities, and significantly more experience than ever before. Rather than focusing only on scoring goals, Kane is influencing matches in multiple ways, helping teammates while controlling the tempo whenever England need him. Shearer even believes Kane possesses all the qualities required to lead England toward lifting the World Cup trophy while also putting himself firmly in contention for the tournament's Golden Ball award. If Kane continues performing at this level, England's ambitions will only continue growing stronger. Portugal receive positive squad update. Portugal may soon receive another important attacking option. Although João Félix did not feature in Portugal's previous match against DR Congo, reports suggest he is now pushing hard to earn selection for the upcoming clash against Uzbekistan. The talented attacker is determined to convince his coaching staff that he deserves more minutes on the pitch. With crucial group stage matches still to come, squad rotation could provide Félix with the opportunity he has been waiting for. Now all eyes will be on Portugal's team selection to see whether the forward finally gets his chance to make an impact. Spain staying calm despite frustrating draw. Spain's goalless draw against Cape Verde may not have produced the result supporters wanted, but inside the Spanish camp, confidence remains high. Defender Aymeric Laporte admitted the players felt disappointed after failing to secure all 3 points. However, he emphasized that the squad remains fully focused on bouncing back in their next match against Saudi Arabia. Striker Borja Iglesias also urged everyone to stay patient, insisting there is absolutely no reason for panic and that training sessions continue to show a united and confident group. Meanwhile, midfielder Martin Zubimendi responded to criticism suggesting Spain's midfield slows the game down. He defended teammate Rodri, reminding everyone that one difficult performance should never erase years of world-class consistency for both club and country. Spain believe they have all the ingredients needed to respond strongly in their upcoming fixture. Germany boss responds to Jürgen Klopp. The German national team has found itself back in the spotlight, not only because of its performances, but also because of comments made away from the pitch. Germany head coach Julian Nagelsmann has publicly responded to remarks made by former Liverpool manager Jürgen Klopp ahead of Germany's World Cup opener against Curaçao. While Klopp's comments sparked widespread discussion among football fans and pundits, Nagelsmann remained composed. He made it clear that his full attention is on preparing his squad and ensuring Germany performs at its highest level rather than becoming distracted by outside opinions. With expectations always enormous for Germany at major tournaments, every decision and every statement continues to attract global attention. Tottenham closing in on Matheus Fernandes. Tottenham Hotspur appear to be making significant progress in the transfer market. Reports indicate that Spurs are now very close to reaching a full contract agreement with highly rated midfielder Matheus Fernandes. The player is said to be open to joining the North London club despite attracting interest from several other European sides. Interestingly, reports also suggest that no official negotiations have taken place with West Ham, despite recent speculation linking the player with the Hammers. If everything proceeds as expected, Tottenham could soon add another exciting young talent to strengthen their squad for the upcoming season. Ruben Amorim interested in Morten Hjulmand. Another transfer story gathering momentum involves Danish midfielder Morten Hjulmand. Reports claim that Ruben Amorim is eager to reunite with his former Sporting CP captain, with AC Milan emerging as a possible destination. Hjulmand has impressed with his leadership, composure, and tactical intelligence, making him one of the most sought-after midfielders on the market. The midfielder is currently valued at around $49 million, meaning any deal would require a significant investment. Whether negotiations accelerate remains to be seen, but this is certainly one transfer saga worth following. Álvaro Carreras faces an uncertain future. Things have become increasingly complicated for Álvaro Carreras at Real Madrid. Following a difficult campaign, reports suggest that the club has now handed the preferred starting role to new summer signing Marc Cucurella. The situation is particularly frustrating for Carreras, who was reportedly assured last summer that he would play a major role in the team's future plans. Football can change incredibly quickly, and what once looked like a guaranteed opportunity now appears far less certain. The coming weeks could prove decisive as Carreras evaluates what comes next. Ronaldinho set for a special return. One of football's greatest entertainers is preparing to step back onto the pitch. Brazilian icon Ronaldinho Gaúcho is set to return to action at the age of 46 in a special exhibition match alongside Italian Serie C club Ravenna. Although this won't be a competitive fixture, the news has already generated huge excitement among football fans around the world. Few players have inspired supporters quite like Ronaldinho, whose creativity, flair, and unforgettable skills made him a global superstar. The official presentation of the event is expected next week, and many fans will be eager to see the legendary Brazilian wearing his boots once again. England fans involved in World Cup controversy. Off the pitch, another story has captured headlines. A group of England supporters were reportedly prevented from taking a St. George's Cross flag into the Three Lions World Cup opener against Croatia. The incident quickly sparked debate across social media, with one English football club publicly criticizing FIFA following the decision. Supporters continue to question where the balance should lie between tournament regulations and traditional fan culture. As the World Cup progresses, discussions surrounding fan experiences inside stadiums are likely to remain an important topic. Miguel Almirón makes unwanted World Cup history. Now to one of the tournament's most talked about moments. Miguel Almirón has officially become the first player in FIFA World Cup history to receive a red card under the competition's newly introduced rule regarding players covering their mouths while communicating during matches. The incident immediately became one of the biggest talking points of the tournament. FIFA introduced the regulation ahead of the 2026 World Cup as part of wider efforts aimed at improving transparency and preventing hidden communication that could potentially interfere with anti-match fixing measures. According to the rule, repeatedly covering the mouth while communicating with teammates or coaching staff can result in disciplinary action. During the match, the referee determined that Almirón had breached the new regulation, leading to a straight red card. Whether supporters agree with the decision or not, the dismissal has already secured its place in World Cup history. Many fans, former players, and football analysts have questioned whether such a severe punishment is appropriate for what has long been considered a common habit among professional footballers. Others argue that once a rule has been introduced, referees have no choice but to enforce it consistently. The debate continues to divide opinion across the football world, and many believe similar incidents could arise again before the tournament concludes. Ederson transfer update continues. The transfer story involving Ederson continues to gather momentum. According to reports, the Brazilian goalkeeper has personally confirmed that his move to Manchester United is effectively complete, with only the conclusion of Brazil's World Cup campaign standing between the agreement and an official announcement. Ederson has built an extraordinary reputation during his years at Manchester City, winning multiple major trophies while redefining the role of a modern goalkeeper through his exceptional passing ability and calmness under pressure. A switch to Manchester United would undoubtedly rank among the most significant transfers involving the city's two biggest clubs in recent history. For United, signing a goalkeeper with Ederson's experience and leadership could represent another major step in the club's rebuilding project. Once Brazil's World Cup journey comes to an end, attention is expected to shift rapidly toward completing the final formalities. Alejandro Grimaldo's move gathering pace. Alejandro Grimaldo's proposed move to Atlético Madrid also appears to be progressing steadily. Reports suggest Bayer Leverkusen have already begun searching for a replacement, a strong indication that the club is preparing for the possibility of Grimaldo's departure. Although Leverkusen's initial valuation stands at around $32 million, sources indicate that negotiations could eventually settle at a slightly lower figure. Most importantly, Grimaldo himself has already reached a full personal agreement with Atlético Madrid. Both the player and the Spanish club appear fully aligned regarding the move. Now, everything depends on the two clubs finding common ground over the final transfer fee. Considering Grimaldo's outstanding attacking contributions and defensive consistency, Atlético believe he would become an important addition to Diego Simeone's squad. This transfer now feels closer than ever before. World Cup drama extends beyond the pitch. The 2026 FIFA World Cup continues to generate headlines for reasons extending far beyond football itself. One developing story involves a television presenter stepping down from their role following an incident connected to Lionel Messi, while ITV's Emma Hayes has publicly responded to the situation. Although details continue to emerge, the story has already attracted widespread media attention. Meanwhile, Scotland endured a frustrating defeat against Morocco in a match dominated by controversial VAR decisions that left many supporters disappointed. These incidents reflect just how dramatic this tournament has become. From controversial officiating decisions and new FIFA regulations to transfer speculation, fan disputes, and off-field headlines, the 2026 World Cup continues to deliver unforgettable moments almost every single day. With the group stage still unfolding and several football giants preparing for decisive matches, even bigger stories are almost certainly on the horizon. And that's everything from today's biggest football headlines. Which story surprised you the most? Was it Ederson's expected move to Manchester United, Grimaldo edging closer to Atlético Madrid, or Miguel Almirón making unwanted World Cup history under FIFA's controversial new rule? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your opinion. If you enjoyed today's update, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest football news, transfer updates, and World Cup coverage. This is Football Pulse, bringing you the biggest stories from the world of football every single day. Thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.